Account balances. First, SS crude account, we stood at $535,823.39. Second, a destabilization account, we stood at 78,453,757,583 naira 19 kobo. The third account that was presented was a natural resources account. We stood at 106,727,969,527 naira 59 kobo. Thank you very much.
Discuss here to resolution. Dear Captain General, it's the first time the East attended this meeting and briefing.
In December and inaugurated, and we've had several meetings. Today we updated the council on our progress and the achievements we've made so far. And the committee was principally set up in order to see to the stoppage of the circulating virus type 2, which is a new variant. And it is more in the states of the Northwest, particularly Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto, Zamfara. And also there was a case in 2024 at Gombe. The progress so far made has shown that epidemiological data is on a downward trend from about 78 cases in 2024 as at the 33rd week, which is the week of our last meeting in August. Now it has gone down to 42 cases. And also Kano and Katsina states particularly have recorded 85% and 84% reductions respectively, while Gombe has no case at all this year. Sokoto is at the back of the seat. So far, out of the 23 cases recorded in 2025, Sokoto has 13 cases. And so the committee has reported that, and we've discussed with the governor of Sokoto State with a view to how to strategize and see that they give effective coverage and ensure that routine immunization reaches all the people. We have also worked hard and ensured that settlements reach with their geocoordinate data have increased to 71% in April and even 78% in June. Vaccination coverage too has increased from 81% to 84% in the same period, while the first round of in-between round activities, IBRA, across 11 high-risk states reached 77% of settlements, with geographic coordinates also established, and vaccination of the children has reached 83%, meaning about 2.7 million children had been vaccinated in that round. Also, we've informed Council that while doing the routine vaccinations, we also ensured that services like routine immunization, nutrition, and multiple micronutrient supplements are supplied to pregnant women, and also anti-malarials were supplied. The current next steps we are embarking on is the second round, which is coming up between the 11th of September to 14th of September across the 11 high-risk states, delivering integrated services, including those supplements I've mentioned, and the normal immunization and vaccines. In October, a nationwide integrated campaign targeting children between 0 to 14 years will be conducted. This campaign will deliver measles, rubella, polio vaccines, seasonal malaria, chemo preventives, and neglected tropical disease interventions. Implementation will be in 2 phases, each with 2 streams to ensure wider coverage. The committee recommended to NEC that deputy governors, and as usual, that is the deputy governors as the chair state committees, should chair state task force meetings in at least 2 weeks before the next rounds of immunization campaign, particularly in the key prone states like Kano, Kebbi, and Sokoto states. The honorable commissioners of health in the states and executive secretaries of the primary healthcare development agency should conduct post-campaign reviews so that they will address gaps and develop mop-up plans against the future activities to be undertaken. Also, local government chairmen are asked to convene review meetings in order to ensure complete mop-up on a large scale at the local levels. Security agencies also have been urged, especially in the high security risk states like Sokoto, Zamfara, Kebbi, to ensure they give adequate coverage for the immunization agents to be secured and for them to convey their services. The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency reported on the effects of the agency to ensure eradication of the poliovirus in the affected states. It urged for prioritization of resource allocation, and Council agreed with them so that they will be able to secure all the vaccines on time and ensure that they are effectively administered on our children. NEC also called on the Accountant General, who is here, to facilitate adequate and efficient release of funding for the primary healthcare development activities. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
The National Economic Council, chaired by His Excellency Vice President, was briefed on the aspiration of the Nigeria Medium-Term National Development Plan 2021 to 2025 and preparation of the successor plan, the Nigeria Medium-Term National Development Plan 2026 to 2030. The background is that in the year 2020, a perspective plan, which is the 30-year plan named Agenda 2050, was approved for the country. It was drawn up by the private sector, public sector, civil society organization, and traditional rulers, political parties, and all shades of opinion to reflect the fact that it is a national plan. The 30-year perspective plan provides that 6 5-year medium-term plans will be developed in its implementation, the first being 2021 to 2025, which is expiring by December this year. So the Council was informed about this development and the need to support the development of the second medium-term plan 2026 to 2030 to be named Renewed Hope Plan for 2026-2030. This will ensure policy continuity, consolidate ongoing reforms, and respond to emerging socio-economic challenges. It will also help in providing a coherent framework to accelerate job creation, improve human capital, expand sustainable infrastructure, enhance food security, and strengthen social protection. The Renewed Hope Plan 2026 to 2030 will serve as a bridge between current reform momentum and the long-term aspirations of Nigeria's Agenda 2050. It is envisaged that the preparation of the new plan will commence this month so that it can be completed on time for Mr. President to launch it before the end of the year. This will enable federal, state, and local government, among other users, to make use of it in ensuring that their programs reflect the consensus reached. This development, since this is a national development plan, the process of developing it will be participatory, involving the three tiers and arms of government, organized private sector, political parties, civil society, and peace-based organizations, opinion leaders, and traditional institutions, labor, youth, and student organizations, to mention but a few. Also, three governance structures, namely a National Steering Committee, a Central Working Group, and Technical Working Group, which will be co-chaired by both public and private sector members, will be put in place to midwife the plan, as well as having governors to represent the 6 geopolitical zones. The Council benefited from the contributions of members, particularly Professor Soludo, whose experience in the previous plans was brought to bear. And accordingly, the Council observed and commended the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning and the importance of starting the process as early as possible to generate the new National Development Plan. Council also urged the effective participation by all states and stakeholders to ensure inclusivity and accelerated growth. Council approved the proposed new National Development Plan, the Renewed Hope 2026 to 2030. Thank you.
Thank you, very Minister. Experienced and devoted. Sorry. I beg your pardon. Sorry for that. And of course, the very amiable resolutions and high participation place meeting. And so, in no particular order, may I for some.
You know? Yes. There is.
I was sitting at the front. Guys, where is Benga? Someone who is also here with us. So,